to more news you can use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. We've got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. Click the link. Click the link now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, welcome back to More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. Today, my co-host will not be with us because she's got some family things she's got to do. You know, when you're a caregiver, you've got to take care of the people that's taking care of you, and you got to love them and nurture them. So a fine salute to our co-host, Lynn Harriet DeVerges, always doing the best that she can do to help everyone around the world. So thank you, Lynn. We're going to do the best that we can do for you while you're doing the best that you can do for someone else. So go ahead, like, share, and start a watch party. Go and tell somebody that we've got more news that you can use. I've got two phenomenal co-hosts that you all have seen on the show before, and a wonderful guest all the way from Hawaii, and you are going to love her. So go ahead, like, share, and start a watch party and run and tell somebody. And like I always say, go ahead, get a notepad and get a pen, because it's always time to win with more news you can use. So I'm going to go ahead, pardon me, and I'm going to go on backstage in a minute, and I'm going to grab somebody. So tonight, we are going to be talking about diversity. And I'm telling you this right at the top before I go backstage and get my co-host. If you know someone that's been dealing with the effects of diversity, this is a show you don't want to miss. Go ahead and tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your family, even tell strangers that you might just meet passing by, that tonight is the night that they want to make sure they're here on News You Could Use as we talk about diversity, how to get past it, how to get through it, and be the best you that you can be as you come through diversity. I'll be right back with my two co-hosts. See you in a minute. Hello and welcome back to More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. We've got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Harriet DeVerges. Click the link. Click the link now. Hello, and we are back. I am super duper happy that I have the just honor to have two special co-hosts with me this evening. Now, many of you that have seen the show before, you have seen these lovely ladies. But before I go right there, I'm going right to the comments. I want to say hey to Harris from the Philippines, and a hearty aloha to none other than Sunday, June Kennison. Good to see you, and thanks that you're here. And the wonderful Nikki Hammer, thank you for being here. And so we've got many more people streaming in. But before I grab them, I've got to get somebody on this platform with me. So if you are ready to rock and roll, put a number 2 in the comment block below, because I'm bringing out the phlebotomy, not phlebotomy. Did I say the lymphology? Oh my God. Yes, I did. The lymphatic queen herself, the bounce to more ounce, none other than Hillary Gooden is here with me tonight to help blow off your socks. Even though we're talking about diversity, she's going to give us some words of wisdom. So Hillary, I know you in the house, so come out, come out, come out.
Hi from Chicago.
Hello.
And thank you for inviting me on today, Lotus, in Lynn's absence, and I salute her as well for all that she does. Glad to be here tonight.
All right. So we've got Chi-Town in the house, but the circle would not be complete if we didn't go all the way over to DC and bring our next co-host out, Miss Angela Elting. Angie, how you doing, Angie?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
Hello from DC. I'm doing wonderful.
Good to see you. Super duper happy to have you. So we're getting up close and personal with everybody. This is our other co-host, Angela Elting, all the way from Washington, D.C. She's the CEO of Rugger Wellness. And of course, many of you already know this lovely, beautiful lymphologist, Miss Hillary Gooden, all the way from Chicago. So now that you know who's on the show, who is the co-host, we're going to start chopping it up with some more people that's over here looking to figure out what we got going on tonight. So let's see who we've got with us. All right. Who we got, Hillary?
Randy D. Ward.
Awesome.
Hey, Randy. Scott Herrod. There he is. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Lori Najim.
Hi, there you go. And Angie, who else do we have with us? Angie?
Pamela. Oh, I'm sorry.
We have the fabulous Pamela Lukeen from Texas.
All right, fantastic. And of course, Scott knows how to come in the house too. He's from Los Angeles, and Nikki Hammer always knows how to come in the house out of Chi-Town. She said, "Did you start your own watch party yet? Don't forget to swipe or share out." Thank you, Nikki. She is amazing. She said, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to share or swipe out the broadcast, share, like, and start a watch party." And of course, Pamela Lu Hing, she is the hostess with the mostest. You know, she knows how to come in the house. So who else do we have up there, Hillary?
Margaret Jeremilo.
All right, fantastic. Yes. And Randy Ward, we happy to see you in the house tonight too. We saw you yesterday on the wonderful introduction mastermind StreamYard training we did. We appreciate you. Wait a minute, and here we go. Who's that, Angie?
We have Elizabeth Hope Brown from Augusta, Georgia.
Awesome, awesome. And Elizabeth was actually on the Lotus Ignite show this week, and she rocked the house. So thank you so much. And we've got Ronald White. Ronald White from Indonesia. He's here. Good to see you. And Margaret is coming all the way in from Las Vegas. Las Vegas. All right. I love it. Randy Ward said Atlanta, Georgia in the house. Atlanta, Georgia in the house. Los Angeles, Margaret, Los Angeles in the house. All right. So listen, folks, we have got a fabulous show for you tonight. We have got a wonderful guest all the way from Hawaii that's going to join us as we talk about what, Angie?
As we're talking about overcoming adversity.
Awesome, awesome. So listen, many of us, especially women, we have migrated into different types of jobs, and there's some diversity in that. When we go to different type of jobs, we are meeting with all kinds of people from all over the world, and there's some diversity in that. Anybody ever work with somebody and they work one way. And like you, Hillary, you might work another. Did you find adversity in that?
Oh yeah, it took me a while to figure out that it's not that you're wrong and I'm right, but it's the fact that we process things differently.
Yes.
Once I
Yes.
got that figured out, it made being a director, being a CFO over other people a lot easier.
Wow. So we process things differently. And so our guest tonight is joining us all the way from Hawaii. And I think Angie may know a little bit about her and want to announce her and welcome her to the broadcast. Angie?
All right. So it brings me esteemed pleasure to welcome this wonderful person from Honolulu, Hawaii. She's a retired ER registrar. She has a background in medical insurance, medical billing, and coding. She's of Hawaiian descent, but give it away because she's from Hawaii. And let me introduce you to Miss Ruth Cates.
Hello, Ruth.
Hi.
Hi.
Aloha.
Hi.
Aloha.
Aloha.
How are you doing tonight?
Aloha.
Well, thank you for
All
asking.
right.
Thank you for
Fantastic. It's so great to see you. And thank you so much for participating in the event yesterday. You were phenomenal. So, welcome to the show. I know today we're going to be talking about adversity.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, let's get right into it. And Angie, the first question is yours. Can you hear us
All
okay,
right.
Angie?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So,
So Angie, go ahead. You've got the first question you wanted to ask her, like, because we want to know the sauce. Okay, I'm not. All right, I'm just gonna go right to it. We want to know the sauce. We want to know a little more about you because I know that you are a phenomenal speaker. I know that you are Naturally Plus USA affiliate. I know that you used to work really, really hard and weren't taking care of yourself. And you found diversity in the workplace and diversity in life. But tell us a little bit more about who Ruth Cates really is.
okay. So, like Angie mentioned before, I am 7/8 Hawaiian. I was born and raised in Kaneohe on the island of Oahu. I currently live in Honolulu, which is also on Oahu. And I'm the youngest of three siblings. I was a single mom. When my son reached 3 years old, I decided to go to work because I didn't want to depend on the government to provide for me. So I started working. I worked in the bank. I worked at a rent-a-car. And then I had the opportunity to work in one of the biggest convenience stores in the nation, 7-Eleven. That's where I became a certified manager. I was a certified manager for 13 years, and that's where I met my husband. I was blessed with my husband. He was one of my customers. He used to drink all of my coffee and just buy one cup. But I met my husband. We got married in December of 1989. And then I moved to Lanikai. Lanikai is located on the east side of Oahu. We lived on the mountain. Our view was the ocean. And across the street, to get there was the right-of-way. So my driveway was connected to the right-of-way where I could go to the beach often. Then I made a mistake. I made a financial mistake. And I had to either sell my home or I would lose it. So that was devastating for us because that was my husband's family home. But the family came together and we decided to sell. So we sold.
Mm-hmm.
And then in November of 2015, I was diagnosed with regurgitation of the mitral valve and I needed to have a triple bypass. That too was devastating for me and my family. And the Lord is so good. He always brings people in your path. And I ran into Sunday Kennison. She's a good friend of mine. We've done business together. And she was asking me what was going on. And so I told her. And she said, you need to come and look at this product. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. So I went home and I told my husband. And my husband said no right off. He said, no, I had 20 containers. I was doing Tupperware. I had 20 containers full of Tupperware in my house. And so he finally said, you know what, let's go and support Sunday. So we did. And so I went there. And the first thing I did was I asked them, where's the restroom? So they said, oh, just follow the sign. So I went out and I couldn't see nothing. So I eventually found the restroom. And then when I came back, Sunday gave us the samples. So she gave me 6 super lutein and 1 izumio. After the presentation, which was, I think it was like 45 minutes or an hour, I went back to the restroom and I could see the sign that was this big hanging from a high ceiling. And I could read every sign walking down the aisle. And I was like, how can this work so fast? No way. So I go back and I explain to them because they're asking me if I had any type of issues. And I tell them about I need to have a triple bypass. And so they're laughing and they said, you know what, we've heard that reaction from several people about their eyes. And this lady came up to me and she told me, take the product because it's going to help you. And I didn't even know her. And she said she had open heart surgery. She needed to replace her mitral valve 3 times in 10 years.
Right.
She said, try it because it's going to help you. And so I said, okay, I'll try. So what happened is now I'm getting ready to go and get clearance for my surgery. And I'm on the product for 2 weeks. And I go to my primary care physician and he takes my blood pressure on the left arm. Then he takes it again on the right arm. And he tells me, what are you doing? And so I said, why? And he said, I can't believe your blood pressure. My blood pressure ran 190 to sometimes 200 over 110. That's stroke. I worked in the ER. I should have known better. But that's the position I was in. And he told me that day my blood pressure had come down to 128 over 62. I also suffered from indigestion. And so with the indigestion, I suffered from heartburn and acid reflux. I was on medication for that. That was gone. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to forward because what happened was I'm getting ready for my surgery. And then my son goes with me to the surgeon. And the surgeon is explaining about the different type of mitral valves. Of different valves that they're going to replace. I had a choice of either replacing with a mechanical valve or a pig's valve. So at the same time, my son explains that our family had already planned to travel to the mainland. And so the doctor explained, well, your mom didn't have she didn't have a heart attack. She didn't have heart attack. She didn't have a stroke. And she's not having a hard time breathing. But if you travel and your mom has a little symptom, even very little, you need to rush her to the ER. So we travel, and I have my surgery February 8th. I go in, and my blockage was 90, 70, 80%. Now I'm on the product for 2 months. When they go in, my blockage drops down to 25 and 15%. So I was like, so my mitral valve is like a parachute, and one of the strings is broken. And so what they did was they repaired it, and they replaced my own valve back into my heart. And so what happens is if they replace your valve with a mechanical valve or a pig's valve, you would be on blood thinners for the rest of your life because you need to take a blood test, because the blood test needs to be sure, make sure that your blood is circulating the way it's supposed to circulate. So I'm in there. And so the very next day after my surgery, they tell me, okay, we're gonna take out the catheter and we're gonna put you on water pills. And I was like, wait a minute. Now, don't I have to get up and walk to the restroom? They told me, yes, you have to walk. This is the very next day after my surgery. So the very first couple times that I went to the restroom, I had a little hard time, but I just kept on going. And then, I kept on walking, and they put me on a walking program in the hospital. So I would walk to their counter, walk back. Then I started walking further. And then I was walking the whole unit. They actually had to stop me because I was out of range from the monitor that was in me. Yeah. And so the third day, I was getting nauseated. And I was feeling really, really sick. And so when the doctor came, I told him, how I felt, and I asked him, I said, what are you giving me? And so he said, one of them was oxycodone. And I was like, you know what? I need to stop taking that. I've taken it before, and I was hooked on it. And I told him, I don't want to take that because it's making me sick. And so he said, I cannot stop it. I said, please, just give me Tylenol. I'm fine. And see, I was taking the Izumio and the Superlutein at the hospital because when my doctor saw it, he said, oh, that's only vitamins. Oh, yes, that's only water. Yes, you can take it while you're here. So
let me jump in right quick. Let me jump in because you have said some very powerful things. And you talked about the mitral valve.
Mm-hmm.
And the mitral valve is a valve in the heart, right? Because a lot of people don't know what a mitral valve is. So if you didn't know what a mitral valve is, don't feel bad. I didn't know either until I talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm not a medical physician. So of course, every time here at News You Can Use, you always going to find out some news that you could use. And we tell you things about the human body, about spirit, about finance, about a myriad of things. So the mitral valve is right here in the heart. So if you didn't know what a mitral valve is, put a 3 in the comment block below. Put a 3 because we are learning here together. And for those of you that did know what a mitral valve is, put a number 4. And thank you for sharing. So you talked about the mitral valve and that you needed some help because normally the average person would get a pig's
correct. Pig's valve.
Rather than a mechanical. And I'm just going to say infinite wisdom made sure that they put that person in your path.
Correct.
So that you could meet them so they could tell you what was the best one for you. That ever happened to you? Hillary or Angie, where the higher power put somebody in his place, to help you?
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
All right. So
yeah,
that happened. And then the doctor gave you some medicine. You couldn't take it, but she said something, ladies. She said something about Izumio. She said something about Izumio. And I think you said something else about these products. So listen, folks, it's about to get really, really great. Really great in here. Okay, because we're getting ready to go all the way in because we're going to take a quick break. But when we come back from the break, she's going to tell you a little bit more about the products, what they did for her, what being a part of Naturally Plus did for her. And mind you, we are not medical doctors, but we are only sharing what has happened in our lives, and it can happen in your life. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come right back. And then we're going to get into the real good. Right? That all right with y'all? Because I think it's all right with me. All right, fantastic. So we're going to take a quick break. Watch this, and I hope you enjoy. We'll be right back. What's in your water? You can share this with a friend. Take it on a run when you're out for some fun. Take it on the trail with you. Even if you're out just skateboarding, you can take your Izumio anywhere. Take it on a ride. Take it with you as you explore your own life, so it can help rejuvenate you. Izumio.
Awesome.
Awesome sauceum. So let's talk a little bit more about Izumio. Let's talk about Super Lutein and Miracle Plus. Whatever you decide to talk about, because we want you to share it with us, what has changed your life. So let's get right into it. You said you started drinking the products right in the hospital. So what's in this? What's in this pouch? What's in it?
So the Izumio is infused with hydrogen. So what the company does is that they take out the oxygen and they infuse and put hydrogen into the pouch. And so we're not selling water. We're sharing that water is the carrier. This is how you get it into your body so that the hydrogen, which is a gas, can go through your body in 10 minutes. Yeah?
Wow.
The super lutein is it's a daily supplement that we take, that I was taking. It has 6 different carotenoids in there. What is carotenoids? Carotenoids is fruits and vegetables. It's the skin of the fruits and vegetables. It also has fish oil in there. It has DHA. It has vitamin E. And so I took that because it helped me also. And then we also have another product, which is the Myrtle Plus. It's the same as the super lutein, but has 2 additional ingredients. The ingredient is pycnogenol and Myrtle Select. Combined together, it's myrtogenol. So it's called Myrtle Select. It's more of a vegan. It's a vegan product. It's a water-based because the super lutein is an oil-based. Super lutein, you take 3 capsules, and the Myrtle Plus, you take 4. So I still take the super lutein and the Izumio.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And what I like that you said that's really important is that it's vegan. So if those of you that are vegan and you're looking for something that's natural, that's not made from anything that's going to hurt you, you've come to the right place. It's got antioxidants in it. It's got metagenol in it. It's got carotenoids in it. It just can really help your body. And it does what to the blood-brain barrier?
It goes past the blood-brain barrier. And nothing else that you know of goes past that. It's super lutein. I mean, the Izumio, So because the Izumio is a gas, right? So that will flow through the blood-brain barrier.
Awesome. And now listen, I got to say this. We're just sharing our stories with you because we know our truth. We are not medical doctors, so please consult with your physicians prior to taking any supplements or even doing the exercise, because the queen of the bounce is here with us tonight. And every Monday she have us bouncing because we are on a quest not to just help people get healthy on the inside, but help them be healthy on the outside and in every area of their life, even in their finances. And so with that being said, we're going to talk also about some things that has helped Ruth with her life. How did it improve her health? First and foremost, this is what I want to know. When you could see that sign, because when you told me the story about when you could see the sign, that tripped me out. So when you could see the sign, what was your first reaction? You went to the bathroom after drinking some. You came back and you could see the sign. What was your first reaction?
I said, what the hell is this? Because how can this work so fast? How could I see a response so fast?
Yes.
I didn't believe it. And so, when I had come back to Sunday and the rest of the people, and they, I was talking and telling them what happened, they were laughing because they said it's happened to several people. Yeah. So I was like, there's no way this could work this fast. And I didn't even think for a minute that it was going to help me. Yeah. And so the only reason I took it was because of my husband. You know, he suffered from back pain, and he wanted to take it, right? So that's when I started taking it, and I've never stopped taking it. I mean, it's just been an amazing journey for me. I'm always going to be grateful to the Lord, and also to Sunday for introducing me to Naturally Plus. So I wouldn't have, you know, I don't even know where I would be if I didn't know about the company. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
So thank you so much for sharing that. So Angie's got something for you.
Yeah. So having taken these products, how has it improved your health? You talked about your sight, but what else has?
Okay. So I told you before, my blood pressure used to be high, right? My blood pressure, I just had my blood pressure taken. My blood pressure is still only 128, like 34, 34 or 128. It's between not 34, 54. It's between the 50s and 60s. And so my doctor, when I came out of the hospital, when I was discharged, I was on 13 medications.
Wow.
13. Yeah. And so now I only take one blood pressure medication. I take one medication for my thyroid. And in fact, last week, my doctor, I was telling him I was feeling dizzy. And so he told me, well, maybe it's the way you're turning. And so he said, but you know what? I'm going to take a blood test. So he took my blood test. And then he told me that my medication for my thyroid that I was taking for 20 years was too strong. So he cut that back. Yeah, so now I take half the dose.
Wow.
And that's the only medication that I take besides the super routine and the Udemia.
Wow, that's amazing. And a physician told her this.
Yeah.
We're not making this up. Her own doctor told her this. And we're not medical doctors. So we want to let you know that right now. But that's amazing. So Hillary, what do you got?
Has it, Ruth, has it helped you to enjoy more life freedom, say with your finances?
So my finances increased a lot. I was, I remember when I was a spirit. I had achieved spirit, and I had to take my car in for service, and my car was going to be there for 3 days, and so I had to rent a car because I was working still yet, and I normally would pay with a credit card, but because of my income, I was able to pay it in cash. I think my car came up to like $700, and the rental car was like $700 too. So that's $1,400 that I had to pay, and I paid by cash. I remember the first time when the company called me and they kept on asking me for my bank account, and I called Sunday and I said, Sunday, they keep on asking me for my bank account. Why?
Yes.
They want my credit card. And she goes, I called them because I think they got something for you. And that's what happened. As far as the income, that my son used to go to a private school, and every year on the Big Island, on the island of Hawaii, we have Merry Monarch, which is where different hula groups from all over the world come and they participate and they challenge. And so my grandson's school, because he danced hula, this was the first year that they ever participated. They were invited 3 months prior to the event. And normally that event is sold out a year in advance. And so, my family went, we were able to stay there for 10 days, including the car rental and everything. And I paid it cash. And I wouldn't have been able to pay anything. So it's helped me with my grandson's education. My grandson recently got married, and so I was able to support him, financially. And so with that, so remember I lost my home. Not lost my home, I sold my home, okay? So me and my husband and I lived very comfortable. I don't know if you know, but people who live in Hawaii love to travel to Las Vegas. We love Las Vegas. My husband would be like going to Las Vegas, but we had the opportunity to purchase a condo, And so I did. The money that I made from Naturally Plus, I was able to put down a down payment. My Naturally Plus income pays for my mortgage. It pays for my maintenance fee. It pays for my insurance for my home. So, and it still pays for everything else. So yes, it's changed my life. In 2017, Mr. Tajima asked me, Ruth, why don't you retire from your job? And I was like, I can't retire. I need the medical. Will you give me medical? If you give me medical, I'll think about it. And he said, no, medical in the United States is too expensive. But yeah, I had the opportunity in 2019. Oh boy. I had the opportunity to retire in 2019, so I retired out. So now I do Naturally Plus full time.
Wow. That's amazing. And let me just say this, folks. What you hearing when she shared this story with me, man, I was just floored because she just told us that she had to sell her house so that she wouldn't go under. And many of us have been in that position. If you've been in that position, I remember in 2009 when the recession hit, I sold my house. I know a lot of people in my circular subdivision. There were about 9 to 12 homes where people had to sell, and some lost their home. And I'm talking about people who were retirees, who had their own businesses. I lived in the suburbs, okay, with folks who seem to be doing well. And not to say that people in the suburbs do well. People all over the world do well, but I'm just telling you what my experience was in my subdivision. But this was pervasive. Everybody was having a problem in 2009 here in the United States, or many people. I won't say everybody, many people, because of the recession. So Ruth shared with us she had to sell her home. And it's nothing like having to move out your home for whatever reason. But then she found out about Naturally Plus through Sunday. Whoop, whoop. Let's give it up for Sunday. Whoop, whoop. Sunday Kinnison, Naturally Plus affiliate. Let me tell you.
Sunday is watching too.
It changed her life. It changed her life. So we talked about having financial freedom. And this is one of the reasons why we do this show, to help people experience health and wealth. But first, health, because without your health, the wealth does not matter. So as always, we always take an opportunity to try to help somebody. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to reach out to someone, right? And we want to play this short commercial for you because we're trying to help somebody to help themselves enhance their life. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
What happens is by the time you find out that you have it, then you're going back and asking anybody, do you know anybody in our family that has problems with kidneys?
Right.
Right.
And so polycystic kidney disease is a disease that affects the kidney, and it is not extremely common, or it used to not be, but we're seeing a rise in polycystic kidney disease.
Right.
And because
but for me, oftentimes what happens is you spend more time with either your mother's family, so you really get to know them.
Yes.
But a lot of times you don't spend as much time with your father's family unless you're very close.
Right.
If you're very close to them. And because we're African American, a lot of times people wouldn't tell you. If they would think that they had cancer, or they think that they had this, that, or the other, and they wouldn't say what the problem was.
Right.
So you may not ever know. So, but for me, I started calling my cousins on my father's side. because my mother's side does not have it.
Right.
So as I was calling my cousins, my oldest first cousin said, I don't know anybody that's had that. But maybe we'll ask somebody else. And then we finally get around to it, and we get to the first person that says, oh, your uncle so-and-so and his daughters had it. And now they're all dead, you know.
Thank you so much for letting us share that with you. We are always looking for ways to help people help themselves. I want to send a special shout out to Miss Bostic for sharing her story with us, and also to the Murray family right here in the United States, having served in the military for many, many years. We thank you. We salute you. And to all of you out there, if you can help, don't hesitate to contact me at lotusignites@gmail.com, lotusignites@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to put you in connection with the family. And also, they will be having a new platform built so you can help Miss Bostic. It will put you directly in connection with her family, because the Lotus Richey Ignites family are helping to build a platform so we can help save a life. So thank you for letting us share that moment, because our health is our wealth. And I just want to thank each and everybody here, everybody that's streaming in. We have so many people streaming in. So I want to go right and look at some of the folks that's streaming in, because since you've been on, I got to tell you, Ruth, so many people have made comments about what you're saying, and they agree with you. And somebody also made a comment for you, Hillary, because this is really for you. She said it to me, but she said, Lotus, and this is Sunday. Sunday Kennison is here. And Sunday said, Lotus, I ordered my bounce today. Thank you at a good price. You are welcome. And I want to send a special shout out to Hillary and Lynn Hair Diversions and Angela, because we actually researched this. We came together to make sure you could get that at a reasonable price that will be safe and sturdy. And she got the one with the bar on it, y'all. So thank you, Sunday, for sharing that. Whoop, whoop. So Sunday is ready for Monday. And for those of you that's just coming on the show, if you don't know, Sundays we bounce with more ounce with the remarkable Hillary Gooden. And Scott Harrod Divergent said, wow, what an amazing story. Charlene Sparks, good to see you, Charlene. She says, great word. That water is what I need. So no worries. I'm going to let you know how you can get in touch with my co-host. My co-host, you might not see her tonight, but this is how you get a hold of my co-host. I'm going to put her number here. Just give her a call tomorrow, okay? We're going to give her a day of rest because she's helping other people help themselves. Just give her a call tomorrow and she'll be happy to help you. And also you can contact Angela Elton and she'll put something up on the broadcast for you as well. So let's get some more of these remarks and we're going to move on. So, of course, here we go. Let me go on down. Tayomi Shro, good to see you. Happy to have you here. Baya Paite, hey, hi. Deontay Bolden, happy to have you here. And Lori, of course, she said aloha. All right, let's see. Let's keep going down. Margaret, I see you. Randy Ward, you know, they got a lot of 3s and 4s in there for you, Ruth. They want you to keep telling them more stuff about your story. We've got Takako Matsudaira in the house from Japan. And Mr. Scott Harris said the amazing power of these products. And Ruth, I got to tell you, Lori said, wow, Ruth, awesome and amazing. And then Sunday said, ask Ruth. Now she going to put you in the hot seat. So I'm going to push this over to Hillary. I'm going to let Hillary ask this question. So Hillary, you got it. Oh, hold on. You muted. Let me get you unmuted. Okay, there you go, Hillary.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Ask Ruth, how many days did she stay in the hospital? Only 5 days, and went back to work in how many weeks?
Okay, so I went into surgery on February 8th. And then February 10th was my birthday. February 13th is when I was discharged because the doctor promised my husband that I would be home for Valentine's Day. I returned to work. My employer told me that I would be out for 6 months. I went back to work in 10 weeks without no. Yes, 10 weeks.
Margaret said that's an awesome story. She said these products are amazing. I know because I take them too. Awesome. Whoop, whoop. Come on, let's give up some energy, y'all. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Lori said, yay, and congratulations. Scott said, congratulations, Ruth, on your retirement as well. Okay. Margaret said, congratulations on your retirement and God bless you. Angela said, yeah, ready to bounce with you. So Sunday we gonna bounce with you. Sunday said, yeah, me too on Monday. And Mary said hi from Waukee. Hey, Hawaii, good to see you. We're super duper happy to have you here. So awesome. So let's get right back into some more of these interesting questions because we brought Ruth here tonight to tell us a little more about her story. Okay, so we know that Naturally Plus help your finances. It helps you to buy a new home for you and your family. How did that feel for you to be able to finally buy your new home?
When I came to look at it, the view that I have is the Ko'olau Range, and it runs from Waimanalo all the way to the North Shore. And I'm on the opposite side. Yeah, so actually, I grew up on the other side of that range. And so when I came here, I knew I wanted it immediately. I wanted it. And I didn't even look around. I didn't even look to what we had in here. I just stood there for the first 20 minutes. I couldn't take my eyes off of where, and I was trying to figure out, okay, I live someplace on the other side of the mountain, and this is where I'm supposed to be, And so what I did was I prayed about it. Me and my husband came into agreement, and there were other people that was interested, but they chose us because we were going to live here. And so we found out in a couple of days that it was ours. Yeah. So, Naturally Plus has blessed me physically, financially, and it's done so much for me. Mr. Tajima, I remember I was very, very close to hitting Summit, and this was in May of 2017, and we had an event there, and he didn't even tell me that he was going to call me up, but what he did was he recognized me and he said, she didn't make the summit, she just missed it, but she's a summit in my eyes. And when I went to Japan that year, we went to Japan, and every time he tells us to go up and set a goal. And so when I went up, I stood up and I looked straight at him and I said, Mr. Tajima, at the ending of September, that was the same year, I will be a summit member. And he was blown away. And so he's always inspired me. He's always been so positive in everything, and even when you're talking to him, he knows you by name. He'll greet you by name and he'll hug on you. He's not used to hugs, but he knows when he comes to Hawaii, he's going to be getting hugs because that's what we do. We hug. Yeah, so yes, watching a lot for me.
Awesome. That's amazing. So I wanted to I know that Angie had another question. We know that your finances have been blessed, and Mr. Tajima um, has blessed you because he shared with you that he believed in you. So, and unequivocally, we know it's improved your health because you are a living, walking, breathing miracle. So, what and I guess Angie, maybe you can preface this question.
So, what have you gained the most by being a member of NPUSA?
Um, very thankful, very grateful. I have more confidence, and I, 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 I've spoken in front of people. Um, the year that I made Summit, the next year when we went to Japan, they told me that they wanted for me to make a speech as a Summit member. I was the last Summit member in Hawaii uh, at the time, and so I said, "Oh, I don't know if I can do that." They said, "Oh no, don't worry. They're gonna show you on the monitor. Your speech will be on the monitor." And I was like, "Okay." So I wrote the speech out, and and good thing I read it every day. Every day I was reading it. I had 2 months, so every day I was reading it. So we get to Festa in Japan, and so they come and get me, and they said, "Okay, Ruth, you're going to be coming up next year. Everybody that is Summit will be going up, and then we're going to call you to do your speech." I said, "So where's the monitor?" So they said, "What monitor?" I said, "The monitor that has my speech." They said, "There's no monitor." I was like, "What?" So I was like, "Oh no." And see, I wanted it to come from my heart. I didn't want to be using a paper or anything. So I went up and I, greeted everybody, aloha. And then what I said was, Kulia Ikanu'u, which means strive for the summit. And so I
Yes.
explained that's in Hawaiian, and that means strive for the best, strive for the highest, strive for excellence. And that was my speech. And then I invited everyone to come to Hawaii because the next year, Festa was held in Waikiki, in Honolulu.
Awesome. Awesome. And I want to take a quick moment because we're at the top of the hour, and gosh, time has flown by because I got to tell you, you have been remarkable. And you talked about Mr. Tashima, and I want to just show a quick video of Mr. Tashima because of what you said. He is an amazing person. And if you are a part of Naturally Plus USA, you have so much loving support. So I just wanted to play this and let you all look at some of the support that we have.
How can I guide members on the path to success? I want to tell everyone in the US and in the world how our products can help them be healthy and show them an opportunity that could change their life. We've come so far in a short amount of time. We have big plans for Natural Plus as we grow in the US. Join us and let's do great things together. My name is Takashi Tajima. I am the CEO for Natural Plus USA. I am Natural Plus.
And we are Naturally Plus.
Yes, we are.
And you can
But,
be Naturally Plus
I
too.
wanted to say something else that I gained from Naturally Plus. I met people from all over the world, and it gave me the opportunity to meet all of you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Whew, wow. Wow. It's amazing. So, Hillary, yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say, Ruth, that you have really inspired me because I'm practically new. I've only tried the super lutein, and it does help with your eyes as well. Because God knows that I said, you know what, I'm not getting another pair of glasses. I'm coming out of these glasses. And then when I found out that this was helping me, then I had to read more, and I said, oh, that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, that's good. So I'm waiting on my first order of the water. Excuse me. But just listening to your story and listening to your what you've gone through and how you come through in this business has really been an inspiration to me tonight. So thank you so much for sharing your story.
Awesome.
And then I was supposed to ask a question.
Yes.
So what is your message to the world?
With the pandemic going on, my message would be to trust in God, believe in God, go to Him for everything. He's there when you need Him. Don't walk away. I've walked away before. Don't walk away. Just trust in Him and believe in Him. And believe in yourself. Everybody can do. No matter. You have a second chance. You have a second chance to come back to the Lord. You have a second chance in everything that you do. Don't hold back. Stand strong. And don't be afraid to ask for help if you need help. If you don't understand, just ask for help. Somebody will be there.
That's wonderful.
Wow, that's wonderful. So I thank you. I thank you for that. And so, folks, we're right at the top of the hour. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. We have some comments, and I don't want to miss out on any of your comments. So I'm going to try to grab some of your comments. Who do we have, Angie?
Okay.
We have Karen Shimazu from Hawaii as well. She said, love your story as the products help you to get healthier products. Yep. And Lori, she said, you have truly touched my heart. Thank you for your sharing.
All right. And Hillary, what else do we have from Karen?
She said, this is so small on my phone, but it says, straight from your heart, thanks for sharing your miraculous journey.
And even Angie jumped in and said something of her own. So Angie,
you are an inspiration. I am so appreciative to have met you. I've only been with the company for about 5 months now, and probably after the first couple of months, I started learning about the company, learning more about the products, and you were on several of the webinars. Just hearing your voice, was nothing but wisdom was shared. And so I was very, very drawn. So I was very, very happy that you were going to be a part of this show. So now it comes in full circle that we're all in one.
Yes.
In oneness. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, and we have some more comments. So we have one from Harris. Harris says, thanks for sharing your story, Ruth. Everything is better now. Please always be a living miracle for everyone. Thank you, Harris. Excellent. And then we have, what do we have by Margaret, Angie?
Margaret said, yes, and amen. God first, and everything else will be given to you.
Yes. And I want to say a hearty hello to Sabeda. Good to see you, Sabeda. Always happy to have you. Fantastic. And oh, wow, we've got another wonderful comment. Hillary, who's that? Who's that?
This is Bernardo Garcia. Hello.
Oh, this is Bernardo. He's also
friend.
All right.
Many blessings. Great show. Love your show. Thank you, Garcia.
All right. All right. Fantastic. And Sabeda says she was just signing in. Well, it's never too late. And don't forget, folks, like, share, start a watch party. Like, share, start a watch party. And go ahead and tell somebody that we have had the pleasure and the just blessing to have our wonderful guest with us tonight, Miss Ruth Cates, all the way from Hawaii. And if you're just joining us, go ahead and hit the replay. And Randy Ward, good to see you again, Randy Ward. Randy Ward says, fascinating story. God has blessed you, sending hugs and loves to you, Ruth. So thank you so much. And Bernardo Garcia, right back at you. He says, Lotus Richey, you are fabulous, and so are you, and we love you too. So thank you so much. So I got to tell you, it's been wonderful. we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back with final words of wisdom. Okay, final words of wisdom. And we ask all of you to leave a final word of wisdom in the comment below. Is it faith? Is it happiness? Is it joy? Whatever it is, leave it in the comment. So we're going to go take a quick break and we're going to come back with our final words of wisdom. We'll be right back. You want to be a celebrity guest on the show? And you want to know where to go? Well, go to www.lotusrocheteignitesyou.com. Again, that's www.lotusrocheteignitesyou.com. www.lotusrocheteignitesyou.com to be the celebrity on the show. All right, fantastic. So, of course, we're going to start off with Angela Elting, then Miss Hillary Gooden, and then right to our wonderful guest, Miss Ruth Cates. Angela?
I'd like to say thank you all for joining us today and sharing about all of our wonderful products that's helped us to make us healthy and wealthy day by day. We'd like to share this information to each and every one of you. So please, as Lotus had mentioned, to like and share and start a watch party. So if you weren't able to catch us at the very beginning, please catch us on the replay and share with your loved ones.
All right. I love it. Thank you, Angie. We appreciate you so much. Miss Hillary.
Hi again. I want to thank you, Lotus, for allowing me to come on as your co-host in Lynn's absence tonight. And Ruth, I just, again, thank you so much for your story. And as someone that's just getting into this business and partaking of these products and looking forward to, miraculous things happening as well. Hearing your story was just what I needed. And so thank you. And the word that I would just say to people, we have to believe. Believe God. He is still a God of miracles. Even if that miracle means that he brings something into your path that is help, that is real help.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Fantastic. I love it. So, we're right back to you. We keep putting you in the hot seat. So, we want to hear your final words of wisdom for the show this evening, if you would bless us.
You see, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on and share my experience, my journey with Naturally Plus, my health, my journey with the Lord. Be blessed. Have an amazing rest of the year. We're almost to the end. And God bless. Love you all.
All right. Thank you so much. So I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to come right back and tell you a little bit about my upcoming show that I'm having on tomorrow with Bring Who You Are with one of the top doctors on the planet. So for now, I want to thank you, Miss Ruth. You've been amazing. And my co-host, y'all, I couldn't have did it without the co-host. See, when you collaborate, you can celebrate the success together. So I thank my co-host. So we're going to take a quick break and I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the Bring Who You Are. And of course, Miss Ruth, would you please come back on our show again in the near future because you have such a profound story and we want to hear more about you and how you're helping people. And like Angie said, every time you show up in the meeting, you're always giving wonderful, powerful inspiration and information to help somebody help themselves to ignite and take flight in every area of their life. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I really do. So folks, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back.
down.
You need to make calls, call, and use Ignite's Call Care. All right, fantastic. So, very, very nicely, I brought the ladies back so you can get another look at the young ladies here that help out News You Can Use. I had to bring you all back because we have a final comment from somebody. God is the CEO of our life. And you all inspired that. And thank you, Margaret, because you were right. So I super duper appreciate you. We're super duper happy to have you here tonight. And we look forward to seeing you on Monday, right? For more News You Can Use. So until then, make sure you come over at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to bring who you are with this phenomenal doctor. He will help you help yourself ignite and take flight in every area of your life. He is the remarkable doctor to the celebrities, Dr. Lamar Price. So make sure you join our show on Bring Who You Are tomorrow as we talk about the domestication of health, the domestication of health. So with that said, don't miss a beat and keep your feet out of the street as we present tomorrow, domestication of health. This has been an amazing broadcast. I want to send a special shout out to all the folks in Naturally Plus because life should be a plus, not a negative. So have a great day, and we'll see you real soon back here on News You Can Use. We love you, we appreciate you, and thank you. See you next time. Hello and welcome back to more News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Herod DeBurgess. We got another spectacular show for you that's going to help you climb to the next level of awareness. That's right. So thank you so much for joining the show today. That's right. You're here at More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Herod DeBurgess. And guess what? If you want to be a celebrity on the show, just let us know and click the button below. And you'll be the guest celebrity on More News You Can Use with Lotus Richey and Lynn Herod DeBurgess. Click the link. Click the link now.